Hey there, fellow gamers. If your PC wheezes like a kettle whenever you fire up a game, you're in the right place. I'm showcasing 21 gems that run beautifully on 4 GB RAM. Each pick is hand-picked from my own backlog. Stick around, and if you like this vibe, subscribing would mean a lot.
This will hold us back.
Grand Theft Auto 4. Remember that feeling of stepping off a boat into a city that smells like gasoline and broken dreams? Welcome to Grand Theft Auto 4, Rockstar North's 2008 magnum opus. Tease an action-adventure sandbox where you play Niko Bellic, an Eastern European war veteran fresh off the boat, chasing the American dream and outrunning his past. Liberty City is a sprawling caricature of New York. Neon-soaked nights, immigrant neighborhoods, and a skyline that begs you to climb it. You'll chase debts, forge alliances, and poke fun at capitalism's hypocrisy. Combat feels weighty. The third-person gunplay uses auto-aim and a cover system. Between story missions, you can date, bowl, or steal cars just because. Personally, I love how Niko's dry humor cuts through the chaos. If you haven't experienced Liberty's mix of tragedy and satire, it's time.
Come after me. Fucking bitch!
Sleeping Dogs. Ever wanted to star in your own Hong Kong action flick where you can sing karaoke between bone-crunching brawls? Welcome to Sleeping Dogs. United Front Games drops you into the neon-lit streets as Wei Shen, an undercover cop torn between duty and triad brotherhood. Combat is a love letter to classic kung fu films, chained together punches, counters, and improvised environmental takedowns. When the guns come out, things shift into stylish slow motion. What keeps me coming back is Wei's internal struggle. He's a hero who actually questions which side he's on. Hong Kong hasn't been this fun since Jackie Chan.
I'm not dying here. Every man for himself.
BIOSHOCK Infinite. Ever fancied riding a roller coaster through a floating city while philosophizing about American exceptionalism? BIOSHOCK Infinite from Irrational Games takes place in 1912 in the airborne city of Columbia. You're Booker DeWitt, a debt-ridden former Pinkerton sent to rescue Elizabeth, a young woman who can tear holes between universes. Columbia is a patriotic fever dream of sunlit streets and giant statues. But beneath the fireworks lies a brewing class war between the founders and rebel vox populi. Combat blends heavy firepower with vigors, powers that summon murder crows or hurl enemies skyward. Elizabeth isn't just a damsel. She tosses ammo and opens tiers to shift the battlefield. Optional missions and audio logs expand the lore. My favorite part? Grappling along the skyline like an amusement ride gone wrong.
Handyman, kill it!
Stop Take it off,
Just Cause 3. If you think Michael Bay doesn't blow up enough stuff, Just Cause 3 will satisfy your inner pyromaniac. Avalanche Studios drops you in Medici, a sun-drenched Mediterranean island under the cartoonishly evil dictator Di Ravello. You play Rico Rodriguez, a demolition artist returning home to overthrow the regime. Medici's 400 square miles of mountains, beaches, and villages are your playground. Grapple onto jets, surf cars as they explode, or wingsuit from crumbling statues. The grappling hook and parachute return with multiple tethers, and the new wingsuit is dangerously addictive. There's no story branching, but liberating bases and towns and blowing up fuel tanks never gets old. It's the closest I've gotten to starring in an 80s action film.
Last week, he rounded up a score of his crew.
Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag. Ever wanted to sing sea shanties while sword fighting on a mast? Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag lets you live out your pirate fantasy. Ubisoft Montreal trades Renaissance rooftops for the turquoise waters of the West Indies during the golden age of piracy. You play Edward Kenway, a Welsh privateer turned pirate who stumbles into the war between assassins and Templars. Command your ship, the Jackdaw, customize its cannons and sails, and engage in thrilling naval battles. On land, you still free run, eavesdrop, and stab Templars. But the real joy is boarding ships, hunting sharks, and harpooning whales. My favorite moments are steering into a sunset while my crew belts out Drunken Sailor.
In a world without gold, we might have been heroes!
Portal 2. Fancy being the lab rat in a sardonic AI's endless science fair? Portal 2 is Valve's brilliant puzzle platformer where 2 holes in reality are all you need. As the silent shell, you awaken in the crumbling Aperture Science facility to the insults of GLaDOS, the murderous computer you accidentally dismantled. Joining you is Wheatley, a bumbling personality sphere. To escape, you'll use a portal gun to navigate test chambers and behind-the-scenes maintenance corridors. New toys like gels that make surfaces bouncy or slick, light bridges, lasers, and tractor beams keep puzzles fresh. My favorite thing? The writing. Dry, dark, and endlessly quotable. If you like puzzles with personality, this one will worm its way into your cortex.
Where are you going? Don't run! Don't run! I tell you why you should run. The harder you breathe, the more neurotoxin you'll inhale. It's bloody clever, this stuff. Seriously, devil.
Limbo. Ever dreamt you were trapped in a black and white nightmare where every silhouette wants to kill you? Playdead's Limbo delivers that uncanny feeling. This haunting puzzle platformer casts you as a nameless boy searching for his sister, wandering through a purgatorial forest rendered in stark monochrome. The atmosphere oozes German expressionist dread. The only sounds are your footfalls and the sudden snap of a bear trap. The puzzles are deceptively simple physics conundrums, and death is both inevitable and educational. You'll be crushed, eaten by giant spiders, and controlled by parasitic worms. But each failure teaches you timing. There's no dialogue, just a lonely pilgrimage through danger. It's short but memorable, the kind of game that sticks in your brain like a half-remembered fable. I dare you to play it with the lights off. Max Payne 3. Imagine if John Wick had a midlife crisis and moved to Brazil. That's Max Payne 3. Rockstar Games drags the grizzled former NYPD detective to Sao Paulo, where he's working private security for a rich family and drowning his grief in pills and booze. Naturally, everything goes sideways when kidnappers and corrupt cops come calling. Gameplay is pure third-person gun ballet. You dive through windows in slow motion, trigger bullet time to line up headshots, and use cover to survive. The last stand mechanic gives you one last chance to return fire when downed. A limited arsenal forces you to make every bullet count. My take? It's a brutally cathartic shooter that reminds you life is messy, but stylish gunfights can be beautiful. Need for Speed Most Wanted. Remember when racing games let you outrun the cops while blasting mid-2000s rock? Need for Speed. Most Wanted is the pinnacle of that era. Developed by EA Canada and Black Box, it drops you in Rockport, a city obsessed with illegal street racing. After a rival steals your tricked-out ride, you must climb the blacklist to reclaim your car and become the city's most notorious driver. The open world lets you free roam, find shortcuts, and tackle sprint, circuit, and speed trap events while a relentless police force tracks your every burnout. Heat levels dictate how aggressive the cops get, from cruisers to helicopters. Car customization focuses on performance, nitrous, engine swaps, and lightweight body kits, not neon underglow. My personal joy is baiting the cops into a construction site and watching them crash like Keystone Cops. It's Fast and Furious before the movies went to space.
I want every single unit after the guy.
Everyone?
Everyone!
Consider seeking medical attention. You can use the radio in my kinema to call you.
Disco Elysium. If Gabriel Garcia Marquez wrote a cop drama, it might resemble Disco Elysium. Zayum's RPG drops you in Revachol, a decaying seaside city recovering from revolution. You wake up hungover and nearly naked, having forgotten your own name. Your job? Solve a murder while piecing together your shattered identity. Instead of swords and spells, the game weaponizes your mind. 24 skills across intellect, psyche, physique, and motorics argue in your head. Do you listen to logic or let your inland empire ramble about cosmic horror? Dialogue choices lead to skill checks and wild tangents. The thought cabinet system lets you internalize ideas that change your stats. Partnering with stoic detective Kim Kitsuragi grounds the surrealism. There's no traditional combat, only conversations, dice rolls, and existential dread. I adore how it rewards curiosity.
It remains fixated on you.
In 3. If it moves, you jump back. I'll shoot. Here we go. 3, 2, 1.
The shrill flash of the camera cuts the air.
Look out! It's him!
Batman Arkham City. Feeling nostalgic for the days when being Batman meant more than just scowling in a cape? Arkham City lets you live that power fantasy. Rocksteady's 2011 masterpiece expands its predecessor into a walled-off super prison in the heart of Gotham. With Bruce Wayne tossed behind its walls, you prowl rooftops and dive-bomb thugs while unraveling a conspiracy orchestrated by Hugo Strange, who knows your identity. The open world is yours from the start. Glide across districts, swoop through alleys, and chain grapnel boosts. Combat is fluid ballet. Punch, counter, stun and toss batarangs as you dismantle gangs. Gadgets double as puzzle tools and mid-fight surprises. Between missions, tackle side quests featuring iconic villains, solve Riddler challenges, or dive into New Game Plus for a tougher remix. It's Batman at his peak, equal parts detective and ninja. Far Cry 3. Ever gone on vacation and wound up leading a revolution? In Far Cry 3, that's basically the itinerary. Ubisoft's first-person shooter strands you and your friends on the Rook Islands, a tropical paradise crawling with pirates. The islands are stunning. Turquoise bays, dense jungles, and abandoned bunkers. You can approach missions guns blazing or crouched in tall grass. Camera tagging and rock throwing let you pick off enemies silently. Liberating outposts unlocks fast travel and safe havens. Experience points feed 3 skill trees: Spider for stealth, Heron for long range, and Shark for assault. My highlight? The insane villainy and realizing you're enjoying the chaos.
What the hell is that thing?
Nice shot!
Mafia 2 Classic. Do you ever wish Grand Theft Auto had more trench coats and old school Sinatra? Mafia 2 scratches that itch. Developed by 2K Czech, it transports you to Empire Bay, an amalgam of post-war American cities. You play Vito Scaletta, a war veteran who returns home broke and drifts into organized crime to pay his father's debts. Gameplay mixes cover-based shootouts with era-appropriate driving, heavy sedans, radio ads, and gas ration coupons. Police enforce speeding, theft, and murder with escalating force. There's no side quest grind, just a tight crime drama with some sandbox diversions. I love its cinematic pacing and how it revels in period detail without romanticizing the life. Devil May Cry 4. Ever wanted to juggle demons while headbanging to heavy riffs? Devil May Cry 4 is stylish chaos. Capcom casts you as Nero on the island city of Fortuna, wielding a possessed Devilbringer arm. It yanks enemies close or slams them down, and his Exceed gauge revs his sword for flaming slashes. Midway through, you switch to Dante, who freely swaps swords, gauntlets, guns, and combat styles. The story begins when Dante seemingly assassinates Sanctus, leader of the Order of the Sword, sending Nero into conspiracies. Combat grades your creativity instead of button mashing, encouraging juggle combos. Customizing your skill set keeps combat fresh. Optional arenas and higher difficulties add replay value. My take? It's a ballet of bullets and blades that never slows down. Tomb Raider 2013. Sometimes the best way to reboot a legend is to throw her off a cliff. Tomb Raider 2013 reimagines Lara Croft as a young archaeologist fighting to survive after her shipwrecked crew becomes stranded on the storm-cursed island of Yamatai. Developed by Crystal Dynamics, it plays like an action-adventure survival story. Stealth and gunplay blend as you shoot arrows, improvise melee takedowns, or ignite explosive barrels. Survival Instinct highlights climbable paths and hidden relics, and role-playing upgrades improve your weapons and skills. Optional challenge: tombs offer clever puzzles, and the open hub areas encourage backtracking with new gear. Lara's determination grows with each bruise. I appreciate how the game humanizes her. She's vulnerable, resourceful, and unstoppable once she gets angry. Borderlands 2. Do you like your shooters with a side of loot and a punchline every minute? Borderlands 2 is basically Diablo with guns. Gearbox drops you back on Pandora 5 years after the first game, a lawless wasteland of bandit camps and treacherous wildlife. Handsome Jack, a corporate tyrant with a diamond pony, wants to open a new vault. You and the Crimson Raiders would rather he didn't. Choose from 4 classes. The procedurally generated loot system spits out millions of guns. Side quests add humor, and True Vault Hunter mode ups the challenge for a second playthrough. Personally, I play for the jokes and the thrill of finding a gun that shoots swords. Before we dive into the final 5 games, if you're still enjoying this ride, consider subscribing. It helps keep this channel going and ensures you won't miss my next deep dive into more low-spec gems. Let me know which game has surprised you the most so far. Dark Souls 2. Do you enjoy being humbled by an ancient suit of armor? Dark Souls 2 will oblige. From Software's action RPG casts you as a cursed wanderer drawn to the fallen kingdom of Drangleic to find a cure. The story is intentionally sparse, delivered through cryptic NPC dialogue and item descriptions. Every enemy encounter is a lesson. Each death drops your hard-earned souls, both experience and currency, at your bloodstain until you retrieve them. Combat is deliberate and weighty. Shields block, rolls dodge, and stamina management is everything. New Game Plus remixes enemy placements, keeping veteran players on their toes. Personally, I love the sense of accomplishment when a seemingly impossible boss finally falls. It's punishment with purpose. Hitman Absolution. If you've ever fantasized about turning a crowded party into a Rube Goldberg machine of accidents, Hitman Absolution is for you. IO Interactive's stealth action game follows bald assassin Agent 47 as he's ordered to kill his former handler Diana Burnwood, but ends up protecting a genetically engineered girl named Victoria. Each level is a murder sandbox, a mansion, a strip club, a cornfield. The instinct ability highlights enemy patrols and helps you plan routes. My guilty pleasure is trying to pull off the perfect accident while dressed as a giant chipmunk. It's equal parts tense and ridiculous.
About Layla, we just found her.
The Witcher 2 Assassins of Kings. Do you like your fantasy with a side of politics and plenty of sharp steel? The Witcher 2 sits between its siblings and might be the boldest. You play Geralt of Rivia, a monster hunter accused of killing King Foltest. Combat is deeper than before. Upgrade paths let you specialize in swordsmanship, alchemy, or magic. Occasionally, it turns into a stealth mission. Choices split the narrative down radically different paths, leading to multiple endings. I love how it mixes gritty fairy tales with political intrigue. It's not as beginner-friendly as The Witcher 3, but it rewards attention and courage.
The wolf has teeth, and they're sharp.
Call of Duty Black Ops 2010. How do you find a number station hidden in your own brain? Call of Duty Black Ops plunges you into Cold War paranoia. Treyarch's 2010 shooter follows CIA operative Alex Mason as he's interrogated about a broadcast that could trigger Soviet sleeper agents. The campaign feels like a blockbuster. Shoot, sneak, plant charges, fly a helicopter, and even guide troops from an SR-71 spy plane. Multiplayer offers objective modes across 14 maps with customizable loadouts. It's a thrill ride that makes conspiracy theories seem plausible and, oddly, made me care about a cyanide-tipped dart gun.
Contact down. Look, take the roof. Any trouble? Give us a yell. Got it. Next, on me. We search room for room to find Castro.
Saints Row the Third. The Third invites you to stop taking yourself seriously. Volition's 2011 open-world romp moves the 3rd Street Saints to Steelport, a city ruled by the Syndicate's gangs. As the boss, you fight for turf with everything from pistols to UAV drones and a fart in a jar. It embraces cartoonish excess. Customization runs wild, letting you tweak your wardrobe, vehicles, and gang homies. There's drop-in co-op and a wave-based survival mode. I love that Saints Row stopped chasing realism and just revels in stupidity.
Disable the mind control devices to stop the invaders from taking over the city.
What if... what will happen to the people if we fail?
Their minds will be taken over, and they will be forced to obey the invaders' every command.
I can't... I won't let this city down.
If this city falls, the earth falls with it.
Thanks for hanging out with me on this low-spec odyssey. Hopefully your laptop fan isn't screaming loudly right now. If one of these games sparks your interest, let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear about your craziest gaming memories. And if you enjoyed this, liking and subscribing helps me make more. Now excuse me, my backlog isn't getting smaller.